Hey y'all, I thought today would be a good day to do an Honest Beauty cumulative collection video, and I will have some comments and put on everything that I have. Okay, so now it's time for foundation, and these foundations are supposed to last a year and a half. But I live in Hawaii where things mold, and I see a little bit of mold growing on this guy. I do like this cream foundation. It's called the Everything Cream Foundation, and it's kind of like a cream to powder formula. Looks like this inside, like that, and then it bends down for the sponge. What I don't like is that it only opens to a 90-degree angle, and you can't, if you want to open it to its fullest extent, I hate that. Because then when you're putting it on, you can only see like half your face. How does it perform? I would say you can get maybe about 5 to 6 hours of wear if you have combo oily skin. I think it looks pretty flawless, and it's one of the few foundations in the green beauty world that actually matches my caramel golden skin. I like it a lot. But like I said, this seems to be growing some fuzz on it. So I'm gonna see what I can do about cleaning this up. So what am I gonna do? I need foundation. I think I'm gonna use my Jane Iredale. Okay, let's talk about their cream concealer. Dude, really great bang for your buck. It's a duo, and it's kind of like a slightly creamy green dupe for the Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage. It is a little bit more waxy in nature, but it's designed to be combined with the Everything Magic Balm. I've seen Jessica Alba use this. She uses it as lip balm, she uses it as a cuticle moisturizer, but she also uses it under her eyes. She also uses it to gloss out eyeshadows. I like this balm. I just love the packaging. I think it looks so high tech. I don't think it's like the best lip balm, but I think it's a great companion for the concealer duo, and for the reason that the concealer duo is a little bit drier, a little bit waxier in texture versus being super creamy, but that actually ends up being really good for long. Okay, time for concealer. So it's a little bit on the drier side, but I think that if it were too creamy, it wouldn't last all day. And I just work it in very thin layers. So it's got like a lighter, kind of like highlighter-y shade on one side, and then a darker, more flesh toned. And I just kind of combine the two colors for under my eyes. Okay, let's blend that in. I know people are going to be like, why are you using your middle finger? You can use any finger, dude. That's what she said. So I like that one side, it's slightly like salmony, and the other side is like flesh toned, and that way you really get, I mean, you truly do literally get 2 in 1. My last concealer duo compact lasted me like 10 months. Maybe it would have lasted only like 8 if it was the only concealer that I use, but I also have an illuminating concealer by Vapor Organic, which I also really love. So I don't like to put too much concealer all over my face because I like to make sure my skin can breathe. This is a cotton face wipe that I can reuse and clean. So that's the concealer duo. I think it's one of the best concealers I found out there. Again, I also have very hard skin to match. So to set that, I'm going to use the sample that I got from Honest. It's their invisible blurring powder, and this is some of the most finely milled setting powder I've ever seen. Okay, so I have to film the next portion of my face on my phone because my camera keeps on overheating and dying. So I think I was in the middle of talking about this guy. It's supposed to help blur your pores. And the reason why I'm dusting all over my face is because I'm going to use a powder foundation next. This does remind me of the Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder by Tarte because that's how fine it is. So now it is time for foundation. I'm going to go in with my Jane Iredale Mineral Foundation. And this is in the color Latte, which is a caramel golden brown color. Looks super too light for me in the pan, but it's not. And it does oxidize down a little bit, so mineral foundations are a good compromise. And they're fast. I mean, look how fast I'm putting on my face. This can look a little cakey because I use a lighter color under my eyes when I'm lazy as a concealer, and it can cake a little bit, but I think for the most part, if you just use it as a facial foundation, it looks really good. Look at that matteness. I like how it looks, honestly. I think it's a really good foundation. It's not super full coverage though, and like if I wanted to cover my sunspots, it doesn't really do that. I wonder if it's because it's a pressed foundation, pressed mineral foundation, and not a powder one, like a loose powder. The two facial glow products that they have are called their Luminizing powders. So I have two of the three. They offer a kind of pearlescent champagne. I think it's more of like a warm pearl. And then there's this one. That one's called Midnight Reflection. And then there's this one, which is more of a bronzer. And this one's called Dusk Reflection, Luminizing powder. And then they have a mid-tone one, which is kind of like a caramel, peachy, sort of light bronzer color. But I kind of use this as a blushy blush. I mean, it's not too shimmery, and ooh, this stuff is finely milled as well, so you can kind of pack it on if you wanted to. I mean, I don't. I just use it as bronzer, the way that nature intended. So just, you know, do bronzer like normal. You know, high points of the face, cheekbones, bridge of nose, chin, and then down here, and then a little bit on the front of my neck. So that's bronzer. I think this is a dupe for the Hourglass Luminizing powders. They have one that's like marbled and it's a bronzer. I think this is a good dupe for that, a clean dupe, and it's way cheaper. And then this one would be good for like a dupe for like their pearlescent color, which I'm not familiar with. I had one and then I sold it because Hourglass is cruelty-free, but they are not clean. I mean, they're cleaner, but they're not green, and they have some questionable ingredients in there, so I'm just using this as a normal highlighter. But it's very subtle. Can you see that? It's like so subtle. Okay, we're back to the big camera. I just got this yesterday. This is their cream blush in Truly Teasing. It's like a caramel rose, kind of chestnutty pink. So I usually like to apply with my hands, but I'm going to use a stippling brush and just kind of stipple that in. Now I tried it on last night before I washed my face, and gotta say I do love that it has a subtle sweet scent to it. So when you put it on, it kind of has a little bit of a sweet smell. Okay, so I got a little bit of a shadow on this side, so I'm having a harder time putting it on the left side of my face. It's super pigmented. You just need the smallest amount. And I think because it's a cream product, you can probably use it on your lips, but this kind of color is almost just slightly lighter than my lip tone. And so it might make me look a little dead. So let's blush on, clean this brush. Now what's next? Brows? I think I'm almost done actually. I only have 2 lip colors from them. I have Chestnut Kiss, which is their kissable lip crayon. And it's kind of like in a chestnut pink color. I think this is their regular lipstick. And then I have a sheer one. Oh, actually they're both sheer. They're sheer lip pencils, and then they have a demi-matte one, but I don't like any of the colors in the demi-mattes. And then this one's Coral Kiss, which is super neon. So I think I'm gonna go with, and they do smell a little bit too. They smell a little bit like cherry candy, which I don't mind, but some people might mind that. It's not super strong though, so let's put this guy on. I might want to get like one of their ballet pink colors, but this is nice and subtle. It's got a little bit more of a like brownish kind of color as far as like nudes go. It's not too pink. I don't like super pinks. Okay, and then I think the last thing is brows. So let's get my brow on. I don't have the strongest brows. I was not blessed in the brow department. Actually, I think my brows were like super thick when I was a little kid, but I started plucking my eyebrows in 9th grade. That was like in the mid-90s, back when pencil brows were a thing. Like, I knew girls in high school who would pluck their brows out completely and just draw them in. Yeah, I knew girls who would draw on their brows, like literally like that, and then maybe add a few hairs here, and that's it. That's literally how thick their brows were. And I thought it was ugly at the time. It's like a total no-no now, but now we got girls who are drawing in their brows. Same style, Sharpie style, but thick, like thick brows. And they look like Angry Birds. So I ain't hating on thick brows. I wish I had thick brows, but it's like, there's gotta be like a happy, like compromised medium where your brows don't look so artificial. It's one thing if it's like fashion photography or like high def, like video, but in real life, it's just not daily wearable. It's just extremely jarring. To quote Lisa Eldridge. So how do I feel about this pencil? Well, one, it comes in a soft black, which is an accomplishment for a beauty company in general because not too many beauty companies out there will do a soft black or even gray. I used to have to go to Korean or like Japanese brands for eyebrow pencils because they were the only ones who did a black color for brows. And I just think, you know, like, there's like 3 billion people in the world who have black hair. If you count the Middle East and South Asia, like the majority of people in the world have black hair and black dark features. And yet the majority of makeup companies only make stuff for blondes and brunettes, and I just don't think that's fair. So to see a grain beauty brand or a boutique brand do a black pencil is really awesome. I think it's super cool. It's a dry formula. I've had this for almost a year. So that's why there's like tape, because they have cracked. And has the spoolie on the end, which I need to clean. It's a really high quality pencil. It's on the drier side, so for me, it's gonna stick in my brows. lasts pretty much all day, and I'm just happy that it's like $15 or $16. Super affordable. So that is all of the makeup. That's my full face of makeup. And now I have the facial spray that's almost out, so I'm not going to use that. You can use it to set, but honestly, it's just a vitamin facial spray. I'm not sure how much it actually sets your makeup. Would I repurchase it? It's good. It smells nice. The spray's a little bit thicker. See, it's dying. The spray is a little bit, like the mist that comes out, the molecules aren't like as fine. It's kind of like a thicker spray. So I'm not entirely sure that I would repurchase it. I mean, it's only $12 for 3.4 ounces, which is a lot. That's 100 mils. I can do that at home for free and in smaller bottles so I can carry it with me. So the last 3 products I have are hair products by Honest that they just released like a couple months ago. I think it was like September, like around their 1-year anniversary, they started releasing hair care products. So I have the Honestly Uplifted Volumizing Spray, the Honestly Effortless Sea Salt Spray, and the Honestly Polished Dry Condition and Shine Serum. So you're supposed to use a volumizing spray when you have wet hair, but honestly, I have seen Jessica Alba use this on dry hair to style. So I'm just gonna spritz a little bit at my roots. The smell of it, guys, oh my god, ooh, hot mess, what's up? The smell, 80s hair, what up? The smell of it, it's like a vacation. It's a little bit coconutty, it's a little bit floral, it's a little bit beachy. Now I'm gonna take the Shine Serum, and it comes in like a little squeeze tube, so you just need 1 or 2 drops. I think this is supposed to be like a conditioner for like second day hair. And for me, it's just, I think it's also just like a shine product. So like the dry hair oil by like Biolage, they have that like gorgeous smell that like makes your hair look shiny and stuff. It's like a hair serum. That stuff is like really toxic though. So you take 1 or 2 or 2 or 3 drops in the palm of your hands and then just work it through dry hair in between washes. I think it's supposed to be like an alternative to like dry shampoo, but it's mostly just for like shine and conditioning for dry hair in between shampoos. But I mean, I think they should release a dry shampoo. Maybe they're just waiting to get the formula right. I don't know. Then I just take a little bit of the sea salt spray and zhuzh. And then finger comb. I think you can actually get like tousled hair if your hair were like longer with this sea salt spray. It's not the best spray that I've used, but it's far from being the worst. I think it's pretty good. And for only being like $18 for 3 ounces, I think that's very affordable. And I'm just gonna... This is about as long as I take out my hair, like, if that. Because I like messy hair, and yeah, that's everything that I own, and it is, like I said, the majority of my makeup collection, and I really like the products. I think they are well priced. They're kind of like in the middle range, so price point wise, they can go up against MAC and Clinique, which are kind of like mid-range cost. Not super expensive. Their packaging, for some of their packaging, is like pretty luxurious, very high quality. Their eyeshadows are in like cardboard packaging, but I think that's for environmental concerns because they do have a partnership with the Forest Stewardship Council. So a lot of their packaging is either recyclable or post-consumer recycled content, so I think they're trying to be very conscious. I think as far as green brands go, even though they don't market themselves as a green company, they are very green. They're LEED certified in their manufacturing buildings, their labs, their HQ. A lot of their paper packaging, like these, are Forest Stewardship Council certified packaging, made out of post-consumer recycled content. They have an honestly free guarantee, no phthalates, no parabens, silicones, talc, petroleum, mineral oil, or synthetic fragrances. They're also a charitable company. They help train women who need assistance or, you know, less fortunate, to help women become professionals. And their items are also cruelty-free, as far as I know. I think mid-price point, high-performing ingredients, clean ingredients, their charitable goodness, and their behind-the-scenes efforts to stay green as far as operations go. I think they're a really great company to support, and they don't cost a lot. And then if you do bundling, link below in the description, to join their subscription box program, you can bundle. So you can get 3 products for $50, which, if you consider that this is 20 bucks, this is 22, the Luminizing powders I think are like 25, the foundations are like 28 to 30. You can get 3 of those for 50 bucks. So you can save yourself like 50 to 60% off of a total purchase, which I think is brill. And then you can bundle 25% off up to 5 items on top of your original 3 bundle. So I think it's really smart. They have a great program. You can push the ship out dates if you haven't run out of your stuff yet. So it's not like you have to buy something every single month. They are now available at dermstore.com, which has huge discounts every single month. Sometimes they run like 20% sales, 30% sales, 25% sales, so join their newsletter. They're also available at Ulta brick and mortar stores and on Ulta.com. And then they also have an Honest Beauty website where they have the bundling program. And then they have an Honest Beauty store in LA at the Grove. So it's becoming more widely available, whereas a lot of other green brands are only available on boutique sites that are not that mainstream and that you really have to search to find. And a lot of them are very expensive. So I think it's a great stepping stone for launching into the world of green beauty. I think it's also important to consider where things are made, how they're made, in the facilities that they're made, and the carbon footprint and the eco footprint of the company who makes them. So, you know, something like Tarte or Origins, they say that they're, you know, a natural beauty, but they're owned by a parent company that does not have green or cruelty-free values. And I think it's really important to support companies that are not harmful to the environment. There we go. Stay tuned for more New Zealand travel videos from when we were in Middle Earth. Like and subscribe and share if you're interested for more. I really want to grow this channel in 2017 and I need your help to do it. So make sure you subscribe, you tell your girlfriends, you tell your boyfriends if they like travel videos, if they like going to Hawaii. I mostly do vlogs now. I also have a second channel that I just started this fall where I review geek shows, mostly focusing on like comic books and sci-fi. It's called The Casual Geek, and make sure you subscribe. Link below. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Rock on, love cats. Aloha. Bye.